Your daily hour with me.
Hey, it's the program. Hey.
Whoa, is my mic? Oh yeah, my mic's working.
Whoa.
You're gonna
Get
get
up,
situated
sit
next
down.
to me.
Yeah,
That's part of the show.
There weren't all these chords.
It's the
I wouldn't
aesthetic.
trip on stuff.
it's
That's
the
aesthetic.
studio. We don't have a producer guy.
It's a Wii controller.
You know on TV you see behind the scenes on TV, but like on TV, and you know they have all those monitors and there's all those guys, and they're like ready, go. We're those guys, and the show guys.
Stars.
So we gotta be like, oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, oh, go. See,
Go.
see, right there, and then so we have to plan our own movements, and we can't talk to anybody else. We just go like, shoot. It's kind of like behind the scenes of a show, but on the show itself. That's what I like to think of it like that. There, studio with me here.
All right.
We turn on the machines.
Okay.
We start on the show. We turn on the machines and we start talking. We talk for 1 hour, and that's the program. We got Reese and Dandrew. So you guys have both been on the program, but never together.
No, there's a special reason for us to be here tonight too. This is the Houston Hour. It's an ethnographic study of Houstonians and Houston culture and
Because
all
we
things.
are both from Houston.
All in South Texas, all
the
in
viewers didn't pick that
Southeast
up.
Texas will be revealed to you tonight on the air.
That sounds good. So you guys have talked to each other on the phone on the show before, right?
Yeah. This all started.
Oh, we called you on the phone like a couple of days ago, and you're on the streets.
Yeah,
Yes.
street life.
Olympia.
And you guys just ran into each other, right?
We live
Yeah.
very close to
I was
each
talking.
other.
I think I was talking to Dandrew.
Yeah, if
Maybe-
I remember, it was on the corner of 4th and Water Street.
I believe so.
And then
I had just gotten off the bus.
you walked into him, and you met up. It's as if you met up with the program on the street. That's what I was saying before. You know?
Yeah, that is
Yes.
absolutely correct.
Good. So here, let's check the messages. See if we
The
got any
origin
messages.
story. Oh yes, let's.
No messages.
Oh. What?
Yeah. See, sometimes we have the segment where we check the voice messages, and then that gets us through the program. But
Through the entire program.
I mean, through a lot of it.
Keeps it moving along.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't get anything, and when that happens, we have nothing to move forward with, and we just have to make it up. We have to use our own wit, and we have to fly by the seat of our jeans to get through the next segment of the program. So we're here, and we're gonna. I guess we're gonna have to make our own phone calls and make our own show.
I'm looking at the messages on the computer screen and I see something about.
Oh, Comedy Carl.
Comedy Carl.
We can call
Who's
Comedy
that?
Carl.
Who
So-
is he?
So I went to Seattle. That was 2 days ago, and I just happened to see this improv comedy group, and one of their improv comedy sketches was, text me lines. So I have to say these ridiculous lines, you know, in the improv comedy. So
Okay.
so he gave out his phone number, and then we saved his phone number, and now I've been calling him.
Does he answer?
He hasn't answered yet. I've only called him 1 day, so this is the second day of calling Improv Carl guy, Comedy Carl here. We're gonna call him every day, and he's gonna leave him messages. Eventually, maybe he'll call back or something will happen. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna call Comedy Carl every day.
That sounds promising.
If nothing, we can just keep doing it every day until he answers. So we're just getting through a lot of them. We'll call Comedy Carl every day until he answers. I think he'll have to start answering once he realizes he's getting so many calls from the same number. He can't,
Perhaps.
yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your daily hour with me. I saw you do some comedy, Carl, on this, and then I'm calling you now.
Sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. What was that?
I saw you do comedy, and you gave out your phone number, and now I have it, and I've called you back.
You saw me do comedy and what was the second part?
And now I have your phone number.
You gave out your phone number.
Can you, I can't understand what you're saying. I don't know, I guess we have a bad connection. Can
You gave out your phone number, and now I have it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did do that, yeah.
Yeah. So how's it going?
It's alright.
Hey,
How are you doing?
how long have you been doing comedy for?
About a year and a half.
Oh, you're new to the game.
Hey, do you like McDonald's?
Do I what?
Do you like McDonald's?
Fine. I don't know.
You think it's fine? What's your favorite chicken nugget sauce?
I really just can't understand what you're saying.
Oh.
Can you just like text me or something?
No.
Sorry, bye.
Oh, he hung up.
Oh, damn it. I wanted to ask him about comedy.
Yeah.
Rather than McDonald's.
Oh.
It's going in and out.
We'll call him
I wanted
later.
to ask him about comedy.
We'll keep calling him.
Only a year. So he's only been in the comedy game for a year and a half, and he's already performing up in. Where did you see him?
At the
what
Chop
was the circus?
Suey. It was for a thing. It wasn't a big deal. It was pretty bad.
Was he a funny comedian?
No. They were bad.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking though. I was watching that thing. It was improv comedy night.
Improv is hard to do well, I think.
Well, they're trying to make too many jokes.
It's easy to do.
They should just have improv things. That's what I was thinking. Kind of like what they were doing with the program here, but it's not just like improv comedy.
No.
No.
There's no pretense of comedy here.
Yeah.
This is improv culture.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm trying to get. Yeah, this seems kind of weird with the comedians there, but we can keep calling that guy. You guys want to call him McDonald's? We can
Pretty
call Houston
responsible.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go McDonald's in Houston, and
Houston McDonald's.
yeah.
We want to ask them some more in-depth questions maybe about their lives.
Did you guys live in the same part of Houston?
I don't think so.
Did you live in the Heights? Was it?
Near
coming
the
up?
I lived in the northwest part of Houston.
Yeah, and I lived in kind of near the Astrodome Medical Center, so more southeast, I think.
So do you think you?
Yeah, but like inside the loop, you know, which makes all the difference in Houston.
Houston is surrounded
You're
circular
you have to hold your-
freeway.
Oh yeah.
Houston is surrounded by a circular freeway called the 610 Loop. So living inside of the loop is like a sign of like being close to the center of town and the action and
Yeah,
prestige.
it makes you metropolitan. If you don't live inside the loop,
If
you're
you
not
live-
metropolitan.
If you live
you're
outside the loop, you
suburban.
live in the suburbs, and you're probably a loser.
Whoa.
Cultureless, you know,
It's a
void
complete
land.
circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Oval, I'd say.
It's good
But
to
it's, like,
drive around
connected.
But it is
too.
yeah, but it's like you can drive in a circle around this freeway and never stop. Like,
Yeah,
it's
people
one
do it.
circle.
People live in their cars doing that.
I've done it.
They only like stop to fuel up and like
Yeah.
piss and like they take turns sleeping in the car. Just caravans of drivers on the loop.
What?
Yeah.
How long is the loop?
Oh, I'd say it takes about an hour.
Maybe like
hour and a half.
Maybe an hour and a half to drive all the way around it.
Yeah, and you get to see the refineries and
Yeah, there's a lot of industrial areas.
That is
Yeah.
so crazy. It seems like that would affect the inside of the loop negatively with some kind of car ring smog. But I mean, I guess there's
I mean,
everybody.
I think a lot of cities
I mean, we're all surrounded by
Yeah.
cars.
have that kind
Well,
of model. I feel like
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
uncommon.
I think it's like we kind of replaced the whole city walls with highways.
Yeah.
At least in Texas, it's definitely the case. And there's like the loop and the beltway, so there's
Oh, yeah, there's-
concentric circles.
It's
Whoa.
two circles. Like one
Yeah.
is much larger and encompassing the other circle.
So, is it possible to walk out of Houston? It's like not possible to walk out. You need a car, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you don't
I-
have a car in that town, you're pretty fucked.
There's no way to get around.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe you could walk. I think it's like conceivable.
People
Just
bike out
start
of there.
walking.
you'd have to walk across the freeway though.
Yeah, you
because
would
it's
have
a
to
loop,
walk.
right?
Well, you could walk under it.
You would- oh,
probably.
yeah, you walk
under
you
the
could find a
bridge.
way to walk
Yeah.
under it. Yeah.
It's not like
Alright.
it's impassable.
It kind of seems like it's impassable.
No, I mean you can drive under it
Yeah,
easily.
that's pretty crazy. So, did you know anybody from outside of the loop? And you guys are like, those guys are hicks. Even though you're all in, Texas or never,
Yeah. Yeah. I knew some people.
I don't know if I really.
Actually,
Probably knew a few.
I went to the Woodlands once, which is a planned community that's really hella white flight, and I went to a party there, and this girl was a cheerleader, and she was throwing her party, and they were from Argentina, and her parents were not neo-Nazis, but like legitimate, like from the Germany Nazis, like they
Oh.
were the second generation. That was the
Classic
weirdest,
Nazis.
yeah, like old school Nazis, and that was the weirdest experience I had outside of the loop.
Wow.
I went into their bedroom. I was exploring the house.
Did you find Nazi paraphernalia?
I found a picture of the Fuhrer. in,
Okay,
in
and
the
they were
suburbs.
and they were from Argentina.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's
they
where the
went from-
Nazis fled.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
learned that in
So-
school. Oh, I think my
So
mic's
this
about
is
to-
the loop, right? Look,
yeah.
And
Look
it's-
at all those McDonald's.
all the McDonald's are inside the loop, on the very middle. None of them are, but
I'm sure they have some
all the
outside
ones
of
on the
loop.
first page of the website here. Maybe on the second page, there's some outside there. But if you just look for them in
I
Houston,
mean, I think there's like a near infinite amount of McDonald's in Houston.
Yes.
all right.
Many.
I mean, like,
I wonder how many. I remember one time we were doing a thing where we were like playing a guessing game where we were trying to guess how many McDonald's were in a certain city. I wonder how many do you think are in Houston?
They don't know. Well, we can ask them.
I'd like to think about it in times of like time. Like, how many McDonald's? How many years would it take you to eat at every McDonald's in Houston?
I would think less than a year.
Really?
Even if you ate it just like
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
one
Maybe
every
like
day.
2 or 3 a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even at one a day. I mean, there probably are not more than 365.
No, that's probably legitimate.
Even in such a large area. Although I don't know.
We're gonna
Maybe
find
someone
out.
knows.
A
Yeah, maybe
city
we can,
full
like,
of
talk to-
McDonald's.
Although probably the individual McDonald's would not necessarily know.
Yeah, they don't usually know, but they can
maybe
guess.
like the corporate headquarters.
It might be kind of late there. We're about to be
I saw a
calling.
2-story McDonald's in Houston once.
Whoa, why did they do that?
Corporate offices above a restaurant,
Whoa.
I believe.
So it was just a 1-story McDonald's. It was like an office on top of a McDonald's kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But I mean, like, it was definitely a McDonald's building.
Maybe like additional
It
seating.
wasn't.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it
I remember
could've
seeing
been.
it. Isn't there one like in the Galleria area? A 2-story McDonald's?
In the Galleria area?
I feel like I can recall that.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
might
know.
have been there. I mean, we had a birthday party there. Like, this is in my youth, so I went to a birthday party there.
You're not answering.
Yeah. I think that a lot of them are going to be closed because
No.
Yeah, it's 2 hours difference, man. It's 8 o'clock there.
No,
I think
they're
they'll still
gonna
be
be open,
open.
alright.
No McDonald's in Houston is closed at 8 o'clock.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour
Probably, yeah,
city.
probably the majority of them are open very, very late, if not
Oh, pardon
burping
me.
into the mic.
sound effects.
I'm sorry, that was immature.
All right, so here we go. Calling the next one. Hopefully they'll answer.
Where's this one located?
Houston, Texas.
Yeah, but where?
Oh, Westheimer Road.
Westheimer? Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a good road.
It's one of the longest cities, or one of the longest streets in the United States, I have been told.
Wow.
It goes through
It's
the
very-
part of Houston called Montrose, which is where a lot of the cool bars and secondhand clothing stores and maybe even a record shop or two. Well, that's... yeah. At least.
I can't even-
I'm trying to see what mic he's
Is it a
using
funny
because
face?
it seems is Andrew trying to do his little files just trying to turn him up. Uh-oh.
All right.
Well, you know what that means.
What does that mean? Does that mean the number is disconnected?
No, that means that they're the internet.
It means that what?
That McDonald's is the internet.
The internet. What does that mean?
They're like.
Can we look for the McDonald's, like, close to where I grew up?
Yeah. We'll call this one and then we can start searching. So
I
what's
think one time when I was
what's
on
the one- what's
show,
that
we
one?
we called one that was right like my childhood McDonald's. I don't know that they answered.
what's your street? What's the street of the McDonald's that is on, you think?
Oh, probably Holcomb? Or Bel Air? Holcomb?
Bel Air?
I don't know.
Holcomb?
Holcomb. I used to hang out on that street
Holcomb.
a lot.
Holcomb Street. Alright.
Oh, that's not how you spell Houston.
Oh, that's probably bad.
How did you spell it?
With a H-U.
What is it?
Huston.
Huston.
Hugh.
Huston, Texas.
How do you spell it?
H-O-U.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
Yeah.
how you guys spell.
Oh.
How do the natives spell it?
The first peoples. The first peoples of Houston, I think, were the, they weren't the Caddo, they were they were
Holcomb?
supposed to be cannibals.
Here it is.
Oh, really?
Or
Yeah.
here's one. Is it this one? Is that the right zip code?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, wait, what are they saying?
Hello?
I can barely hear it. Turn it up. I can
Hello?
hear oh,
Hello?
is that you?
Oh, what?
I think you turned Dander's mic.
Oh. Hello? Hey, yeah? Oh, I don't know what's going on with them.
I could, if playing a recorded message, I think I could really hear it.
Oh, they're gone anyway. We're gonna call Homecomb now. Wait, Andrew, is it working now? You can.
Can you hear me? Is this working?
Yes, it is.
I think it's working.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah!
oh.
Do it again.
That is some beautiful music.
That was the phone. That was the phone blown out.
I kind of. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounded cool. It's cool sounding.
None of the McDonald's are
Yeah,
answering.
what are they? This is not like. They're not.
I mean, maybe it just takes a long time. We can just let it ring for a long time and see if they ever answer.
They're busy.
Just put the ring in back into the past there.
Bustling McDonald's.
Yeah. So when was the last time you guys were on the program?
I don't know. I think I was on a couple weeks ago.
I'd say almost like maybe at the beginning of January, possibly.
Look, that would be a satellite.
Oh yeah, you can pretend like you're in different places.
Yep. Oh,
But then your arm kind of.
yeah.
Perfect. I think I liked it better though.
Well, when one room?
Well,
The
thing
one-
is, yeah.
Now we're
Oh,
separated.
now we're back.
This is good. Hey, now why are there not two television displays today?
Oh, I could turn on the other one. It's just not. I just
It's
didn't
like it
do
makes
it.
me
I
feel
guess.
comfortable. That's what I'm used to.
Oh, we can go back. Is that? Yeah, I guess that's the norm thing.
Both angles. Oh, I think I was only halfway on the mic for that. I like to look at two different angles.
Yeah, you have to watch out
Likes
for
to
your
look at
XLR
himself
keyboard.
from the two different angles.
Yeah.
Well, here it comes.
I know.
Hello?
Liz, did you see that we can go into the past now? Wait, where's
How
the
so?
past?
Are we in it right now?
There it is. See, there's me and Carson in the past.
Oh God.
We can see.
How recently is this?
You gotta look around for the mics. Carson's trying to talk without a mic. Oh, there you go. Now we're taking a break. Oh, no, that's the wrong mic.
Oh, the past
try
was
that mic.
frozen.
Yeah, try that one.
Oh.
So back in the past, we were
I think I like the
frozen
present
there.
better.
Or we can, yeah, I like to do this, and then we can get little,
Fade
Oh.
them in and out.
yeah, views of the past, like here into the past, like this.
Oh God.
Or, see, like, look at this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
See?
That's smart.
Hey, that's a really cool hat. Is that the same hat that you're wearing
Yeah.
today?
It is.
Color- the
That was
colors
a
look
good
different.
angle. Good
Look,
angle on
I'm-
that hat.
I'm ghosting in and out in the past there, but look, I got a giant head. I've got a giant head when
Man, this is, yeah, pretty cold here.
yeah,
Who's
me,
in the studio?
me and my giant head. The peanut gallery.
The peanut gallery.
Here, let's continue to call these McDonald's. Let's see if anybody answers.
All right. Some guest legs there. All right. So what are we going for now? Where is this McDonald's located? What street is it on?
This one
It's
is
a great
on-
name. McDonald's to help you.
Hey, do you guys have the? Hey,
How
do
may I
you-
help you?
Yes. Do you still have the eggnog milkshakes? Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I think they hung up like real
Maybe.
fast.
Yeah, yeah, they did. I'd like to apologize
have
for
asked
the
more- you should've
Houston
asked more
McDonald's. You know,
friendly.
I'm sorry that, Houston is a friendly city, contrary to, our experience here tonight.
Yeah, they have trouble hearing.
Yeah,
Hearing us.
that may have been more technical difficulties than like any rudeness.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working. Wait, is it all plugged in? Looks like it's plugged in. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna call Freddie now. I usually do that at the beginning of the program,
Uh-huh.
and we'll see how he's doing.
Because
yeah.
that usually works, right? To call people on their cell phones is like usually seems to be better.
Yeah, it's up and down really.
I feel like it's.
Hello?
Hey, Freddie, it's the program.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Freddie.
Oh, I don't know if they can
Who's
hear.
got anyone in the studio today?
Yeah, we have some guests. You guys are saying hi to Freddie?
Hi, Freddie. It's
Hello?
Reese.
Hey, Freddie, it's Dandrew.
Can you hear
I don't know
them?
if you heard us. Freddie, can you hear us?
I can kind of hear you. Yeah.
Is it coming in and out? We're calling.
Man, sometimes I wonder if it's my phone. Hold on.
No, it's got to be this phone.
I can hardly. It's really quiet.
I think it's this phone. Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey,
You sound very clear when you say just hello.
we're back. I don't know. I think it's the computer system is not working. It's the thing that is making it hard to listen to.
There we go. That would be it.
No. I can't even like guess what you're trying to say. It's coming in a little like.
That's how I feel most of the time when I hear you talk to me on the phone.
Yeah, it's really important to see Kenny's face kind of when he talks to like try and like, you know, get some
I just heard
idea
someone
what he's
say something
saying.
is very important. Do you have important news to tell me?
Oh, see, he's making
They turned off the internet in Egypt.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no internet. Oh yeah, in Egypt.
Yeah.
Right, I heard about that.
What's your opinion on the situation in Egypt, Freddie?
Well, I feel really bad for the people in Egypt because then they can't. I heard that on the radio that there were lots of people using Facebook and stuff in Egypt, and it was a big, like, you know, social networking boom. And then because of the protest stuff, is that why they shut it off? Because of all the protests, they like just like no internet. You guys don't get internet.
Yeah, they were using the internet to organize. Oh, I can talk.
Good. You're good.
They were using the internet to organize the protests. That and mobile phone networks, kind of like in Iran, like when they had their protests.
Pretty good. I want to see right now.
The power of social networking, social media.
Oh, hey guys, sorry, I'm actually at work. I'm at one of the producers just came in. I need to help them.
Okay.
But I think that the thing I want to say about the internet is that it sucks that they don't have internet, but it just proves like how strong all this crazy social networking stuff is getting. Like,
I was gonna say that as well. I agree.
You have to turn off the whole internet to like keep people from, you know, from trying to like fight for the internet and like their rights and stuff. The internet is powerful and they can't stop it. Anyway, I gotta go.
Unless they turn it off. We'll see though. I heard the youth were storming the presidential palace of Egypt, which is, you know, pretty hyphy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So everybody's using the cell phones and the whatnot to coordinate.
To coordinate and network.
And they're not allowed. They're not supposed to be doing that.
Wait,
what?
I'm
What
sorry.
did you say on TV?
We had a little side conversation going here.
We're on TV.
Unmiked.
I was kind of frustrated that Reese didn't take a drink out of the bottle, but he reassured me that he's just taking a drink out of the bottle before.
I'm worrying about taking two. I feel like I worry about like, the footage of this. Like if I watch this episode again, I'll be like, oh man, look how many drinks I'm taking. And
Hey, you guys can play along at home. I don't know. I'm not sure.
drinking game.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing that like on TV. Like the rules are kind of like up and down about it. So
I'm trying to be discreet.
I mean,
generally.
we're doing. Oh, all right.
I think it's
Alcohol isn't cool. It won't make your life better. You know, like drink like sparingly with discretion.
That's what I'm trying to do
and
in this episode, is
responsible.
drink sparingly.
Yeah, we're gonna see on the thing.
Follow Reese's example, world.
If you guys have any complaints about the program,
I worry I might be drinking too.
if you have any problems, complaints, you can call this number here. The number is 330-536-3802. 330.
Hey, wait, put the screen back to the full thing.
I was in the past.
Yes.
You didn't like that I was in the past?
I mean, I like it all right.
All right.
This is
Hey, can we do some
I'm
other
kind of like,
effects?
I'm off to the side. I should scoot over a little bit.
536-3802.
Right.
@0lend88. Oh, I also made a new website.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
I should add it to this.
Probably so.
Where's the pen? The new
The
website
studio
is
pin. What is
YDHWM.co.cc. YDHWM.co.cc. That's
Oh, yes, this
that's
is
what
the
your daily hour with me.
Acronyms.
Yeah, there was a Sharpie. I was using a Sharpie earlier.
Studio Sharpie.
I'm gonna go look for the Sharpie. You guys talk to each other for a while, okay?
All right.
So we could, you know, take a stroll down memory lane. I know we already.
I don't know if the public wants to hear that.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It might, you know.
I don't know.
There must be something. There must be
Turn it-
something
I like
that's really good story.
Vince, I like current events. Current events are interesting.
They're relevant. They're really
Yeah.
relevant.
Even though it's because by the time this airs on the
They're no longer relevant.
and who knows what will be happening, like what the situation will be in Egypt. This conversation could see the point. Oh, they put the internet up.
I do like. There is one thing that I just like am tickled to death about Egypt is that it's like the youth like in rebellion. Like all the older people have just like really not done anything in the. Oh no, that's not true. But they haven't like gone to this level in the last 30 years. Like while they've had this dictator whose name escapes me at the moment, but like. Oh, that sounds really. I sound ignorant.
This is not fucking
C-SPAN.
Crossfire.
I'd like
Hardball.
C-SPAN.
Crossfire! Crossfire! www.ydhm or ydhwm.co.cc. And that's the thing. And the top two things
Yes.
are the phone numbers. Ed0LandDA is a thing that you could call in, and you can think of that as like a it's like a mnemonic. It's not actually a mnemonic though, but it's kind of like that. You know how like letters and numbers can be the same on your
Can
telephone.
correspond to your telephone.
It's like that. That's
on
what
your touch tone phone.
Ed0LandADA 330-536-3802, and you call in and you can leave a message, and then we play the messages on the show. And you can also go, if you missed an episode, you can go to the website www.ydhwm.co.cc and check that out.
Yeah. All right.
That's the promo. I also have ads. So if you guys want to
yeah.
do an ad, let's go to it. You want to go to ad time?
Oh, they
Yeah,
do that?
that'd be
So
great.
let's
Do
go.
we have ad time? That's
yeah,
awesome.
here we're gonna go into it right here. And this is the ad time. So if you guys want to place an ad, you can have this time between the ad times to be having it. Oh, that was a good ad.
This is like an ad for ad time.
Yeah, it was an ad for ad time.
But someday that could actually have messages from other people who.
Yeah, see, we would cut to them like we can pretend the past is an ad, but it would be like this.
Being broadcast on. And how did you get involved?
Oh yeah, you hear the double ocean noises?
We're on TCTV and
with the past.
Over
friend
there.
Freddie that he worked.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Would you charge people to advertise on the show, or could they advertise for free?
They could advertise for free, and I would I guess request a donation. So I would
That sounds viable.
yeah, something like
How
that.
much does a show like this cost to run? Like,
Energy
Yeah.
bill wise, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably like the only way.
I mean, that's
like,
your only
gauge.
overhead.
Just like to
you
see
know?
how much the energy bill has increased
I
over
mean-
the past few months.
I don't know. I use a lot of TVs anyway. I didn't really all the equipment I just kind of had or got from people, so I didn't really spend too much money on any equipment. We're recording the video. We just recorded the tapes though. But I watched the show on my on Freddie. He got a HD TV,
Oh wow!
and I watched
What
the
does it look
program.
like?
And it looked pretty good. It looked better than like a regular TV. It was just like it
Yeah.
looked like super VHS. And you're like, oh wow, that's cool. Because even when you watch it otherwise, you can't tell that much. I guess maybe it's just a contrast.
I've only seen this program on the internet. Like, does it actually air on television?
Yeah, it's on
Yes.
TCTV.
Very much so.
TCTV.
TCTV channel 22.
That's way cool. I wish I had a television to like watch it. Do you have a TV, Reese?
No.
Do you
I
have
watch
the
it here.
Do you have the
sometimes
internet?
in the studio.
I've seen it on the internet.
You have
I
the
mean, I
internet?
don't have the internet at my house,
Oh.
but like I've seen it on the internet.
It is-
Yeah.
it's a different experience though to watch it on the actual
Oh,
television. I think.
absolutely.
And I would say richer.
I'm starting to miss TV. Like
TV
a
is
little
good.
bit.
We're on it.
Yeah.
That's like what we
On
put on the
TV.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I like being
Daily
on
Hour
TV.
Review
You know,
t-shirt.
I just watched so much TV, and I just wanted to be on TV. Now I've done it here. Now we're here.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I guess we can call it some more McDonald's or something. You guys don't have any Houston experiences? Did you guys go to the same high school, maybe rival high schools or something?
Not,
Because you're
not the
football, right?
same. I don't think rival.
Did you guys? Neither of you guys played
don't think
football or
either
really
of us
liked
were.
football, right?
I-
How about that?
I did not.
But they're all like crazy football Texas, right?
Well, I think that's that's kind of a media stereotype, but I think that's more confined to small towns.
Than Houston.
I mean, I think that probably sports are like popular, and probably more so in the South than in other places, but I think it's
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I would say it's more small towns that's where they're really crazy about the football. And actually, really, I only know that from watching television.
Yeah, those like some of the real excesses I've heard about, like people dying, you know, like because their coaches push them too hard to like run in like the triple digit heat, or you know, like concussions, you know, like a lot of injuries. But I've also heard stories like not that intense, but just like people playing with really bad injuries and like being somewhat pressured into it by their coaches. I've heard that from like friends in Tenino, which is like a small town outside of Olympia, and I think it is like Reese was saying, it is rural versus urban with sports, and the small towns in Texas really love football. In Houston, it's not as big.
It's probably
you know.
but yeah, it's more because there's not as much there's no culture in the small towns. There's nothing going on to engage.
Yeah, it's some of those places are pretty like just wastelandy. You know, East Texas in particular is really scary to me.
Yeah, that's good. So that's a football thing. I'm not trying to think of how come you guys don't have accents. And people in Texas, you would expect
Well,
them
I
to
think
have
it's because we
accents.
grew up watching TV.
Yeah. So you think that's going away everywhere?
My response to that is always, I think that the accents are much more, also like kind of like the football, are more of a rural thing. I think in the more urban areas, it's a lot. I mean, there is like a slight like that. I think there are slight differences, but I think it's mostly in the more urban areas. They're just
Are your parents from Texas?
Yes.
Yeah. See, my
Both of
mom's
my
from
parents were born
Brooklyn.
in. Oh, really?
Yeah, but my dad's from Paris, Texas, which is
Oh, yeah.
small town Texas.
There was a
Yeah, which
named
has
after that.
nothing to do with Paris, Texas. It happens in Houston, as a matter of fact. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta watch the XLR cable.
fucking know. I know. This mic sucks.
Well, it just gotta hold the XLR cable. We'll be fine. Uh-oh. No, is it off? Did you press the on-off button?
Up.
Yeah, you did. You flipped the switch, man.
Shut up. It's because I was trying to adjust the shitty cable.
Open up this new
Bruh.
sign. I made a new sign.
Nobody can see that back there. I can't even see it.
No, I can see it.
That needs to be like 4 times as, no, like 10 times as big.
www.ydhwm
Although I guess my eyes are
dot
bad, but
co dot
Yeah, you can see
cc.
that.
I feel like that the sign though, if there's it needs to be like
That's pretty. I think that's very
take up
legible.
this entire back area.
Yeah, I mean that would be good. But this
That would
sign
be
Take
is
it
the-
out. Take it out.
This sign is fine. Now I can go like this. It's like, go to the website. I didn't really build up the
Above your
website
head.
too much, but maybe by the time this airs, I'll have made it a little bit
Exactly.
better.
A lot can happen. in
I'll
a
show you
week.
guys. I'll show you guys the website as it is right now.
Hey
You
Reese,
can
do you
just
wanna
start it.
try and talk in Texas accent?
Let me
Just for a
think.
little
Okay,
bit?
I have to channel it because see, this is the thing though, is because like the Texas accent exists, and I think also, or at least something that I've noticed is, I think some people, I think especially in the more urban areas, 'cause one thing that I've noticed, my mic's going again. One thing that I've noticed, like my mother, is from kind of small town Texas, and if we would go and visit my relatives who are from rural areas and do speak with really thick southern accents, she would like revert back to it and she would start talking in the southern accent. And normally she doesn't at all, but like she'd be talking to my grandma and she'd be like, "Well, Mama, I just don't know." I'm like,
Well, I do believe it's something you can turn on and off. You know, that is true, and I've seen it. I've seen it with there's also certain sayings, you know, and speech patterns. It's not just the sound of the vowels or the consonants, but rather, you know, just certain expressions that really mark it too. And I've my cousins who are from Tyler, Texas, which is just a shitty backwater.
I've been there. I have family there as well.
Yeah, and they, you know, like, can really easily turn it on and off, and it's just thick as butter with some of them.
Oh, really? But even like the small town
Yeah.
They have the choice. They have the ability to turn it off if they want to.
I think our generation does. My aunts and uncles have no choice with the way they talk. I mean, they can do it a little bit, but you can always tell.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they can. Everybody watches the TV because I think cable TV only came out in like the 80s or whatever. I think for the extended cable, we were watching so much more TV and stuff, or videos. You know, the VHS players, they only came out in the 80s, so maybe we're like kind of among the first kids to have videos our whole lives. You know, home videos.
I wonder how that like corresponds to the internet, like because we just missed we're just like not really the internet generation. I don't feel.
Right before, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like
Well,
just a few years.
We can imagine a time before the internet, like vaguely.
Yeah, so Egypt, they
Vaguely.
took away the internet, so they're going to be back. They're getting staged back. Are they going to take away the cell phones? I mean, it seems like the internet is hard to do, so everybody should be happy the internet is even there. Maybe they can't satellite in. They can satellite in the internet still. Like, there's still satellites, right? They can't, like, stop satellites.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Oh, he's about Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
There are satellites.
There's satellites. You can't just stop satellites with the internet to be going into Egypt, you know?
But you can. You can. I don't know how they.
How do they even have the internet in the first place? Yeah, your mic's. You want to use this mic?
Viewers, you should go on the
Hold it,
internet
here,
and
take
read
this one.
about Egypt's
Yeah,
lack
here,
of
you hold it for a while.
internet, and maybe we can get some technical information. Maybe you could
This
even
is so
call
nice,
in.
sir.
If anyone's
Is
out
it-
there, call in and ask us and tell us about the internet in Egypt, please.
Yeah, anybody from
Technical
Egypt.
details.
Call
Por
in a
favor.
week later. and
If
leave us
any
a
of you are getting the internet somehow in Egypt, call into the program and tell us how you're doing
Probably
that.
Some of them. Some of them.
Look, it's a website. See, this is this website.
Oh yeah.
See, it looks like this.
Just a white.
Yeah,
A white.
I'd like to
screen.
see it. It's cool.
It's
So
this.
they get
black
to see
font
it.
and some YouTube video links. Hey, can you show that? What does that look like on the? Oh yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, a screen
That's-
on a screen.
That's the website.
So fucking meta. Oh, pardon my French.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
We're on after
I think
10.
that's all right. Yeah, this is.
We're on after 10.
We
But
can,
Okay.
we can work blue. It's all right.
the only thing, yeah, I mean,
It's still not polite to
you might
curse.
be, yeah, you could say, you can still apologize to the people, because I don't, unless, I mean, you're coming in, people are watching you, and
I just like that was out of passion. It wasn't out of any malicious regard for you, viewer. It was just a passionate moment. You
Yeah.
know? And I regret the
So
slippage,
fucking meta.
but you know, that's
Oh.
the way I
What's
feel.
going on?
oh, whoa, oh,
Uh-oh.
it's something from the videos, from this old video, it was
What's going
affecting
on?
it.
What's going on in the past here? What do we got here? There's some activity in the studio.
Looks like Andy is
Yeah,
trying to,
I don't know where all the racks are hooked up into right now. I'm trying to get more stuff going.
He's trying to get
looks
in
like
on
we're
it.
trying to get the mics working. That was happening back then.
Who else was that in the past?
That's,
I think I
What is
saw
it?
Vadi, maybe.
I think that was Janan. There's Andy. Carson's,
All right,
that's why Carson's trying to get his education though right now. That's why he's learning how to do this. I do this every day, Carson. You can learn. Well, yeah, that's the
What?
pass there.
Now we'll never know who it was. That's fine. Ooh, a nice
Look.
feedback. Yes.
Yeah, now we're back here. Where's this button? Look, see. I don't use this with the auto one too much.
Fade.
There's a little auto button that does this, so it goes like faster. It's like whoa,
Uh-huh.
look at that. Or we can go like this too.
I like the gradual.
Oh,
fade,
bye bye.
and then
coming
come
back.
and then bring it back.
Coming back. Come on. Uh-oh.
That would be funny if it didn't come back.
There it goes.
Back to the radio era.
Yeah.
So time-wise, where are we at?
We got the new timer there.
38. Yeah, I noticed that. That's a new
That's
addition,
slick.
isn't it?
That is slick. Does it show up on the actual program, or is that just a special little treat for the viewer or for the?
Oh, that's just for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does that not show up on when it's actually broadcast?
Yeah. It does not show up.
So we're at 38 minutes.
Yep.
Two-thirds of the way.
Time just flew on this program.
It does. It really does. It's
Yeah,
breezy.
but maybe on this one in more than the others.
Discuss some current
I felt
events.
that way. I definitely felt that, like, you know, there was a really rich rapport this show, and I was glad to be on today. And I'd like to thank you for making this rapport so rich.
Well, it's not over yet.
It's not. Yeah, the rapport could just dry up. It could
We're
dry
still
up.
going. Yeah, let's not
Yeah.
get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah. Well, we can do some of this. Oh wait, what is that?
Just a little. Oh yeah.
See?
That's I like that.
Yeah. What the?
I do like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Camera angles.
We're gonna do some effects for a while, so I was thinking
Yeah.
we can do this. Fill some time
That's
up.
always, I feel like that's almost like obligatory. Or it seems like every time I'm on the program, there's like just like a few minutes where it's like, oh, effects become like the,
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, like where that becomes really like actually like the content of the show. It's just like weird aesthetic stuff.
Yeah, we're just moving back and
It's like,
forth.
yeah, we're just doing. Oh, this looks great. Oh yeah.
We're dancing.
But now, so this is not actually.
Rock and roll.
Top
Was
show.
that just like? Did that just like take like a couple of frames and just like goes back and forth between them?
Yep. That's what's happening to us right now.
Because that was like showing my hand when I was not actually moving my hand at all.
Yeah, we're moving around.
I mean now I.
No, it's so choppy though.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Look at that. Look at us go. Try to remain still. Yeah, this is what we're doing for a while on the show. Pretty exciting. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was enthralled.
That's good.
For a hot minute there. That is interesting when you can stand still completely.
Yeah. Let's get the system back. I don't know what happened. I lost the phones.
All right, maybe we could try some more calls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Let's see. Well, what else? I thought you guys were gonna fill up the time with the Houston stuff. I'm trying to think of more Houston things. You guys both? Did you go to your high schools, public high schools?
No, I mean,
Or, we
I
never
was.
heard Reese's accent too.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear your accent.
Oh yeah, I imitated my mother's. I have to like think about it though, see, because this is like the.
It ain't easy, but
It
but
ain't-
once you get it
But
on,
guys.
it does come a little natural.
You have to think about.
What?
See, this is I like if I like think about like I gotta go back to like Thanksgiving like 1998, 99.
Good years.
Right. And that's when we go down to Tyler.
And watch
or
the Cowboys all day
Longview.
long.
You know Longview.
Oh yeah, I have family in
I feel
Longview
like
too. Tyler and Longview.
I feel like it comes. I feel like it goes into like the sound of like a southern like middle-aged woman because that's like
Well,
the
yeah,
most
there
familiar for me
is-
is like to think about my mother.
There is truly a difference between East Texas, a more southernified accent, which is in East Texas, compared to the West Texas accent, and then there's the accents in the Valley, which I have a lot of Hispanic influence to those, like kind of in New Mexico and yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
it's a weird. The accent.
It's a big state. There's a lot of different cultures there.
I always thought as well. Like I remember like being in high school and thinking some people's. I felt like seeing people who adopted, or I felt like it was adoption of the Southern accent, like as kind of like affectation. Like,
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
good old boys who come to high school with
And chew.
with their trucks and they're dipping, they're chewing tobacco, and they go mudding on the weekends in their 4x4.
Kickers.
Yeah,
Kickers.
kickers. They call them shit kickers.
Shit
And I was
kickers.
like, you guys, like your parents are fucking lawyers, man.
Biggest
like, you
belt
don't talk
buckle
like
you've
that.
ever seen.
Like I
Huge
felt like that
belt
was like
buckles.
I feel like there's some of it where the Southern accent it's kind of like a status
Yeah.
symbol. I don't know if that's
Well,
right,
I mean,
but,
I think like our
true
generation has a lot
Texans.
more like freedom
Yeah,
to
I
play
mean-
with our identity. And no, they're not true Texans.
But they're like,
well, they
that's what
think
they're
they are.
saying.
Like,
Oh, they
those
think
people,
they
like,
are.
they're like, oh, I'm a
they're-
true Texan. Yeah.
they
would look
are
at us and-
degenerate
yeah.
Texans, and they're smearing the name of our great state.
Although they would probably argue that we are people in this are the same thing.
Yeah.
We're Washington transplants who
Well-
went to a fuck. Well, you at least you went back to.
Yeah, I graduated from the University
got
of
out the
Texas in
Evergreen State
Austin.
College.
Next time I'll
Oh,
bring
yeah?
my diploma.
That's good.
Yeah.
Andrew made the smart choice and transferred away from everything.
Oh well, I still got a liberal arts degree, man. I mean, it's just as useless.
I
But
wanna call this guy.
yeah, just for the viewers' information, Reese went to Lamar. I was zoned for Lamar, but I went to St. Pius X, which is in North Houston, past Loop actually, but still in a pretty urban
So-
area.
So you could have gone to the same high
Prestige.
school.
We could have.
I guess so. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
know that you were.
I was zoned, yeah.
What
I'm
made you
zoned.
not go to the high school?
Oh well, my folks decided Catholic school is where I should
Oh,
have gone.
Catholic school.
Yeah, parochial school.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was co-ed though.
No,
which-
okay. Most Catholic schools aren't co-ed.
No, I mean, I'd say
I
like
don't really know.
2/3 are boys' schools to girls' schools only, but
Hmm.
All the other Catholic schools, other Catholic high schools in Houston are either just it's gender segregated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you went to regular school, Reese?
I did. I went to public school.
Here, I'm gonna call
Were
this
you
guy.
in IB?
Yes.
Oh, Reese was in smart
I went
classes.
to. I went to like a very like prestigious public school in Houston, Texas. With, like,
It's
rich kids.
actually it is located near the richest street in Texas, near the richest place in River Oaks.
Did you know any famous people?
Let me
Like
think.
basketball players, kids?
You know someone who recorded Paul Wall, right?
I have a. I mean,
That's,
yeah.
that's, that's his friend.
I have a friend who's in the rap.
That's his
game in
peer.
Houston, but,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I knew. Who did I know? Someone who. I knew people who were like tangentially related to famous people. There was a girl I went to elementary school, middle school, and high school with who her uncle was John Cougar Mellencamp. That's
Whoa.
like that's pretty like insignificant though. I'm trying to think. There were athletes. I don't know really who they were, but I know there are people now who went to my high school who are like in the NFL and maybe like the NBA.
John Cougar.
Johnny Cougar. That was always the most notable to me. One time, one of the members of Destiny's Child, who is not Beyonce, came to my high school to shoot an MTV special because she had gone to high school there in her younger days.
I went to school.
Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, it was Kelly Rowland, I think. The name Kelly, definitely. I didn't see her though.
I'm not trying to smear Destiny's Child's name or anything, but like I went to school with a guy whose parents owned this restaurant called Sidewinders, and they'd have R&B acts there. And he said as a child he'd like be there because like they didn't have daycare for him or whatever. And Destiny Child, before they were famous, those ladies would go on, and he said they were very rude.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't doubt it.
yeah.
They
so-
probably knew that they were great
They
at the time.
they need a soldier. You know, they're like
Is that like a song lyric?
they have a lot of like if you liked it, put a ring on it and stuff. They're demanding.
Yeah, and I mean, like, in their defense, I mean, I can't imagine, this guy's folks were all that understanding or cooperative, like, I mean, there might have been, like, some cultural gaps there, like, it's
Seems
possible.
Seems like a lot of that kind of music. It is kind of pushy. You're like, get out there and do the dancing
It's
and stuff.
assertive.
Yeah, you're like, do
I-
it now.
I
that's
do
like- I
think,
think that's a
like,
good thing.
Houston
Yeah.
rap is, like, not to say there isn't, like, misogyny and violence in it, but, like, and materialism and all that, like, stuff people complain about, but, like, and
back
rightly
and
so.
down.
But I do think it's more placid and, like, less aggressive than, like, like New York or, like, like West Coast rap,
I think that's true. I mean, I think it's probably the subject matter is mostly just as crass and like really vapid, but I think it's definitely like less threatening, or in general from what I've seen. Because there's a lot of, I mean, like the culture in Houston is it's all predicated on syrup.
Yeah,
That's still around, though? I think that's old.
people like hold on to that and like kind of exaggerate, its importance. But
I
like
don't think so. I think
getting
that it's from
mad,
what I've seen.
mad messed up, getting like really,
To the
really
point where,
gone
Like, why
is
would
important.
you want to? Like, why would you like?
Yeah,
wanna kill
yeah.
Someone like, why would you kill someone?
Yeah, and also I think it's just so humid and hot in Houston that like for example, like all right, so like when the Lakers win in LA, there's riots, right? like sports riots. But like when the Rockets won in 93, 94,
Something. It was like 2
maybe
years back to
90
back.
4,
90
95.
Maybe 93, 94, 94, 95. I
Maybe
think.
not 96 though. We're going
I
too
think-
far.
I think
96 and
95 was like-
97, the
95,
dynasty
yeah.
was over.
95
But
was like the
regardless,
last
we
year.
had 2 beautiful years when the Rockets were just really amazing. Like they did a sweep.
The dream.
Yeah, they just
Hakeem Olajuwon.
swept like 4 games in a row, like against was it the Spurs?
I think it was the Knicks.
The Knicks,
Or the-
which
I
is
think-
cool because the
I think
Spurs
one
are a
year was
Texas
the
team
Knicks.
too. They're a San Antonio team. Well, regardless, like when they won the playoffs, there weren't any riots. People just got naked and drove around in the cars naked, and that's a way better. I mean,
Was
not
that
better.
coordinated?
No,
I
I think
wasn't
it was
aware of
more like kind of just a random manifestation, But
Everybody was that how did people do that? Yeah, they're just like, let's get naked and get in the cars. I didn't like.
Because we do everything in Houston in our cars. We can't
Yeah.
do anything outside.
Yeah,
of our
really.
cars.
Like, I mean, I ride a bike in Houston, you know, and it's flat. It's
You are
easy to ride
seen
a
as
bike there.
fool, though.
But yeah,
that
people
bike
always
is
tell
on
me,
purpose.
well, like, because I don't want to drive drunk, you know, especially in my folks' car, you know, like, so I bike drunk instead, and like, yeah, people just think it's a bad idea. There,
Why are you
I don't
biking?
understand.
You get stuck in the desert or something though. It seems like you just can't.
Well, Houston's a swamp. It's not a desert.
It's not a desert.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's built on a bayou. It's called the Bayou City.
yeah. It's also Space City.
That too.
It's like Louisiana maybe. I mean like.
Kind of.
There's a lot of blend in East Texas between Louisiana culture and
Yeah.
Texas culture.
Is
That's
that-
true.
is
But
that, is
but
that right next to the?
Yeah,
Louisiana's
it's
right
pretty
there.
close to the.
well,
close
we're
to
about
Louisiana.
3 hours from
I don't even.
Louisiana.
it's
Yeah,
like-
we're
it's-
about
it's
3
not that
hours.
far.
But it's
like
more.
from Shreveport at
it's
least.
more maybe
so.
what people think of
Not Shreveport, what
Louisiana
is it?
weather instead of.
Yeah,
I think
and-
Texas. I
yeah.
think like
and
That's
deserts.
probably- yeah, I think you
and
think of
stuff.
like deserts and it is. There's a lot of like there's plains and like really like open, flat like nothing.
But not in Houston.
But Houston is really it's more like it's swamp. It's a
Louisiana kind of style.
There's a lot
Lots of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
swamp. Lots of mosquitoes and cockroaches.
Ooh.
And there's Spanish moss on the tree, that like gray moss that hangs down,
Yeah.
like from trees. So yeah, it looks like a picture of Louisiana sometimes. The bayou.
It certainly can.
I lived near
The
Buffalo
bayou.
Bayou. I lived right next to Poor Farm Ditch that fed into Buffalo Bayou, and I remember like as a child there was like some amazing graffiti about like it was like more a mural. Definitely like some like Mexican American stuff, some Hispanic stuff about like when this French explorer El Sol like went to Texas and fell in love with a mermaid, and it was just like really primitive art, but like really like heartfelt. And of course they painted over it because Houston is all about like the whole city geography changes every 20 years, and like what was the
Whoa.
poor part of town will be like become a more affluent part of town, and
People
you
try
know.
to get cool.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's not like the West Coast where like the avant-garde is like the shock troop of capital. It's just like a more organic process rather.
Oh.
I mean, it's definitely gentrification, but it's gentrification in a wasteland in a different way
Yeah,
where
it's kinda
everything is
weird.
equally shitty.
It's also
sort of.
Houston is a really strange place because it has no zoning laws, which is like in a lot of cities it's like this is residential area, like this part of the city is designated as residential and like this part is designated as like commercial. But like in Houston it's like there are no laws, so you can just build anything anywhere you want.
Whoa.
So it's like giant factories like next to like a really poor neighborhood of like
Yeah,
houses.
there is some
whoa.
far out urban poverty
It's,
in
like,
the wards.
really-
Did
really
you ever
weird
go
shit.
into the wards? Like, did you like have any reason?
Only when I have to.
Well,
I
I have
weed
to.
sometimes.
Well,
Oh.
first I went for like political reasons. I like was doing canvassing, and then like a couple of years later, I went to go buy like really, I went to go like
weed.
Well, no, it was really good like for
Oh, yeah,
for
that-
the
that
price,
too.
But like I mean, it wasn't like the stuff up here, but it was like mid grade and like really lots of like like red veins and stuff in it. It was good stuff, but and cheap.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like the environment is very strange. Like they're
Yeah.
because you can just build anything next to anything. So like giant like.
And I've also seen like plywood houses.
factories. Oh yeah.
like
shacks.
People
you
build
know.
their own house.
There is just
Yeah.
absolute poverty that I have.
third world, like
the likes that
Louisiana.
you have probably never seen like anything like it in the Northwest.
yeah.
Like, I have never like having lived here and having. Seen
Well,
it.
I mean, poverty here is different because there's like some pretty far out trailer parks, and like there's like a lot of like like for example Aberdeen, like, but there's still some infrastructure,
Yeah.
like.
Aberdeen has it way more together than like the most like the more destitute.
Also,
parts
there's
of
this other thing, like
Houston.
Houston has had some major floods, like periodically. It's built on a flood pit plain. Almost stuttered a little there, but anyway, I've like gone into places like where the house has been flooded and was never rebuilt, and people are still like living there, and like the smell is like really far out. It's like a smell of poverty because like they couldn't afford to like rip out the drywall and put it back in, and so like and this for a couple of years. Yeah, well this
I believe it.
that was in the wards.
So did
Interesting place.
did the hurricanes hit Texas like that, or that was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, let's think of some names. There was
There was,
Hurricane Ivan, and
Because
most-
Texas is on the same like
Yeah,
gulf
it's
or
right,
whatever
'cause
as
you- what was the
Louisiana.
Katrina. Katrina was like the giant one. That
we had
everyone-
Rita.
Yeah.
Rita hit. What was
Or
well,
Ike.
Ike?
Hurricane
Ike.
Ike was
Hurricane
the
Ike
most-
just fucking.
That
Oh,
was
pardon
some-
my French.
That was some hot stuff in the
yeah.
news for a minute.
And
It
it
was
really took Galveston, Texas apart. You know, which is
Did
the
you guys
beach
see that
community.
stuff?
I was
No, I was in
here.
Austin.
I was up here, but it was like I think it was fall of 2008. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
my folks had to evacuate the
Yeah,
area.
but it was like this. The city got wrecked. Like it got destroyed. Like it was like big. I remember like I was like glued to like I had cable TV at the time, and I was like glued to the TV, and like Anderson Cooper was like on CNN, like standing like in the streets of Houston, like chilling out. There was like it was like devastated. My parents showed me pictures. They were like very exciting, very like dramatic of just like trees being felled and like all kind of like houses like crushed and destroyed.
They had those pictures.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had them?
Like just like on our, like my mom was like, oh, here are some pictures from our house. Like, and like our neighborhood was probably like not even like among the most devastated, but like just looking at like you like could see just like down this like pictures that she had taken that were just like down the street. It's like 4 houses like crushed by trees and like cars like toppled.
Yeah,
And, like, all
I mean,
kinds of,
I'd say like it
it's
had enough
exciting.
like
Exciting
metaphysical like heft. It was like big enough, like in a rip, a rip in like time-space fabric, if you will, like that. Like you know how history can be cyclical with like really big events. Well, like
They
in
say.
1900, Galveston, Texas was bigger. It was a lot of cotton back then, and it was like a big port. That had its own stock market for cotton, and but the city fathers hadn't like gone in for like port upgrades. So like Houston had built a ship channel, or was in the process of organizing that, and then the hurricane of 1900 came and just wiped out Galveston. And
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't.
Galveston
That's about
is
an
a-
hour
it's a-
south
it's
of
an
Texas.
hour
It's
south
on
of-
the Gulf
on
Coast.
on the Gulf. It's like a beach.
Yeah, and it
city
used to be a very
Houston.
wealthy community, at the turn of the century in the 1800s. But anyway, so this happens. So they never upgraded, and this happens again. So now it's kind of like a lot of Houstonians will like buy beach houses there, and like the city of Galveston just got destroyed by Ike. So it's like another like washing away, and another like kind of financial ruin for them because of a hurricane. Almost a little over 100 years later.
Yeah. Very true. I haven't been down there lately. I've heard that it was quite
Do you remember that
Yeah.
hotel they had out on the pier?
like a ship.
Yeah, the flagship or something.
Yeah.
They're still there, but there's this giant hole, 3-story hole.
It's tight.
Yeah,
I mean,
at
it's
the
not,
side of
but
it. It's kind of sick.
It's kind of cool.
The city's a whole. Yeah.
There's a hole.
Yeah.
Holes in the city. Holes in the heart of Texas.
We have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the program. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
kind of the big finale. I just realized that the program's going to end
Debriefing.
right before Jeopardy starts.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So but this last couple minutes of the show, since the timer, I've been much more aware of the time. I usually
Yeah.
have been going a little, maybe 2 minutes or 2 minutes before or after, but now I'm watching the time, and now when it gets down to this time, even though I've had the entire hour, I always think, what about all the things that I didn't say?
When will they be said?
Yeah, there's so many
maybe
more
maybe
things.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Maybe never.
yeah. I think some ideas don't ever stay around. But we have the entire future. We're on we've moved into the 30s, and we're on the 130s now.
Oh really?
Yeah. So we're on day like 134 maybe, something like that. And so we're moving through time.
It is really inspirational
time.
that you guys keep
Always.
on trucking through time like
And,
this. It means a lot to.
In the future, people are going to be marathoning the program, and so they are on hour 136, and to the future, the children of the future, you're on your way through the program, and you're only 136 days in, but you have a lot to go, but keep on trucking with the program here, and it's going to be what they're watching in the future.
Yes.
Maybe it'll get syndicated,
Be-
after once the
It'll be,
the new
like,
episodes
uploaded
are
into their brains.
Yeah.
I feel like probably by the time.
So you're 136 days in,
channels of
children of the
dissemination will
future.
be different.
I guess children of the future, adults of the future. They're all the children of the future. You can't be any like old people in the future, because they're all children at some point, right? Yep. This is the last minute.
Last minute. Oh wow. Yeah.
You guys have any big
This is
final
really-
words?
I don't know. This is really just get like meta because it's like it's strange. It's like no, like this, like there's only
It
50
changes the
seconds
rhythm
left. Yeah.
of the show,
Really, 'cause, like, before-
substantially.
I feel like on all the previous episodes, you're just kind of like, oh,
I
well,
mean, you-
it's
yeah,
probably
you-
over. All right. Like,
You
but
almost
now
want to
it's like
start a countdown.
It's a very like clean break.
Yeah.
I think like let's start a countdown.
At the
The
time,
one of the
people do
only
that.
reasons Houston's name is out there is because of the space
Oh
program.
yeah, we could do. Do you want to do it from
And,
10?
what?
From 10, 9, 8. Like,
Yeah, we'll-
Yeah,
we'll
well,
do.
let's leave leave 5 seconds so we can say Houston, we have liftoff and stuff like that. you
So
know?
should we start right now
Yeah.
at 45?
Right. Yeah.
10,
10,
9,
9,
8,
8, 7,
6,